Good evening, Mom, Dads, brothers, sisters, grandmothers, grandpas, aunts and uncles, friends and neighbors. I am Chief Jackson, JRTC teacher here at South Seminole Middle School.
And I am Miss Mango, the dance teacher here at South Seminole. And we would like to welcome you to the Lake Powell High School for the first concert of South Seminole Middle School beginning band under the direction of Autumn Sirmeyer. Let's greet our students with a warm round of applause.
Before we begin, Ms. Sirmeyer would like to come up and remind you some concert etiquettes for tonight's performance.
Hi guys, good evening. Before we begin tonight, I know that, especially for the beginning band student, I know you probably know that we have a homework assignment they had this last week about etiquette. I just want to remind you of a couple things. I know we're living in a digital age, and I'm totally aware of that. And I'm totally cool with you guys taking photos and videos tonight. Please do. And if you do, email them to me because we do a slideshow at the end of the year, and I'd like for every student to be represented in it. However, please refrain from video games, texting, talking on the phone. If there's an emergency, feel free to exit and come back in when you hear applause. So if you have to go to the restroom, make sure you can do that. Please do not, try to refrain from like hooting and hollering and stuff. I know we're supporting each other up here, but remember that we're not at a sporting event and that this is a formal event. And the last thing, kids. I have a 2-year-old and I understand what it's like to have little ones. If he gets feisty, my husband has to take him out. That's just what happens. So if you have a student or a child and they are getting rowdy or restless, please have them go out in the lobby until they feel better and then they can come back in. Totally okay. They are the future band students, so I love that they're here. Just make sure if they need anything to go take care of that, go for it. All right, so we're going to get started today. We are starting with our beginning band demonstration concert, kind of showing you where we started and where we've gotten to. We would also like to take a moment and thank Lake Powell High School and their administration and band program for allowing us to use this beautiful facility tonight. If you could please give them a round of applause now to show you that.
The band members have worked very hard and made commitments to excellence, and as a result, have been beyond a journey towards becoming musicians who will enjoy a lifetime of music making. Tonight's concert is a demonstration concert. That is, the band would like to show you how much progress they have made during their first semester in band. While tonight's concert will feature some great music, the band members have started from the beginning.
First, they had to learn how to read music and rhythm. Quarter notes and quarter rests last for 1 count each.
Half notes, half rests, last rest, and 2 counts each.
And whole notes and whole rests for 4 counts each.
They also learn about music staff.
Measures and bar lines.
Treble clips, bass clips.
Time signatures and repeat signs.
The students then had to learn how to sit properly.
Feet flat, straight.
Then finally, the instruments arrived and the students were very excited. After learning how to put their instruments together and how to take care of them, they got to make their first sound. On the mouthpiece only.
After a few days of this, the band was finally ready to put their instruments together and play their first note as a real band. It sounds something like this.
While there was some room for improvement, they met the challenge and worked very hard. With just a little practice, the band sounded like this.
Learning to play an instrument starts by learning how to play one note at a time. By the end of the first week of playing their instrument, the students were able to play 3 notes.
There are 3 instrument families in our beginning band. Each family has a vital role in the band as a whole, and if we were missing one, it would make a significant impact on our sound. The 3 instrument families are brass, woodwind, and percussion. At this time, we would like to feature one of these families, the percussion section. The percussion section has the fewest members, but must play the most instruments. Tonight, you will see students playing mallets, snare, and bass drum. Eventually, they will learn even more parts later on in the year like triangle, tambourine, and timpani. Audience members, please raise your hand if you played a percussion instrument when you were in school. Let's hear the percussion section play a song on the mallets for us now.
Before long, the students learned how to play their first 3 notes using various rhythms. Eventually, the students learned 2 more notes and additional rhythms and learned their very first song, Hot Cross Buns. At this time, we would like to introduce another section to you, the woodwinds, which include the flutes, clarinets, saxophones, the oboe, and a bassoon.
audience members, please raise your hand if you played a woodwind instrument when you were in school. Let's hear them play.
The next family you will be introduced to is the bass, the brass family. This family includes trumpets, French horns, trombones, euphoniums, and tuba. Audience members, please raise your hand if you played brass instruments when you were in school. They will perform Claire de la Lune.
At this point in the show, we would now like to demonstrate some songs played by the full ensemble that put us in a festive holiday mood. We start with the holiday classic, Jingle Bells.
Another traditional carol that you may recognize is Good King's Wenceslas. Notice how the students play the song twice. That means there is a repeat sign located at the end of their music telling them to return to the beginning and play again.
Time to celebrate Christmas. Some students celebrate Hanukkah. And our students really enjoy learning the piece Dreidel Dreidel. With this song, we would like to demonstrate tempo. Tempo is a speed of music. In band, we learn many of our words in Italian, and almost all tempos we learn are in this language. The first time we play Dreidel, we will perform in an andante tempo, which means medium, slow speed. The second time we play through the song, we will play allegro, and that means to play fast. Enjoy.
very exciting part of our program. Oftentimes, the students perform in smaller groups called solos, duets, trios, quartets, quintets. Some of our students have worked on some rope solos and small ensembles to perform for you tonight. Ms. Sirmeyer would like to introduce those students to you and the piece they will perform.
All right, guys, this is in your program as well. We left off one student though, so I'll tell you that at the end. We're going to start with Olivia, and she's doing Joy of the World, correct? All right, go for it. Okay, next will be Sophia and Emily, and they're doing Donkey Round. All right, next we're going to have Peyton, and she is performing Surprise Symphony by Haydn. Okay, next we have a flute duet. This is Gabby and Haley, and they're doing Up There to Learn. All right, next we have a duet. Matea and Eliana are playing Jolly Old St. Nicholas. Next, we're going to have Nazir and Jason playing Rhythm Riddle. They're actually doing it by memory. So it's just the snare part of one of the songs we learned in the book, but they don't even need the book. All right, Haley and Kylie are next playing Shoe Fly. And our last duet is going to be Eliana and Olivia doing Mary Ann. Our last soloist is Taylor. She plays oboe, and unfortunately, I forgot her out of the program, and I apologize, but she's going to be playing Deck the Halls.
Let's go ahead once again and give them a round of applause. Up next, the students would like to show you something they have been working on these past couple weeks in class, and that is called a major scale. In middle school, band students will learn 7 major scales, And the first one is B flat major. Here is what that sounds like.
The learning just keeps happening in band class. Eighth notes were the next rhythm pattern. Eighth notes go twice as fast as quarter notes and are counted 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You will hear many eighth notes in the eighth note express and bio them cabbage down.
So before we do our last number tonight, I do want to thank the parents that have any beginners on stage. Thank you guys so much for your patience and your, just everything that you give to these students. I know it's been a long progress and you haven't been able to actually hear where they are, and I hope tonight you got to see some amazing things that maybe you didn't even expect from your kids. And I'm honored to teach all of them. Before you guys leave tonight, you can say hello. I'd love to meet some of you. I know that I wasn't at open house, so go ahead, and I'd love to see faces to my students. So if you want to say hello before you leave, I'd love to see you. So we're going to do our last piece tonight. They're going to explain it before we play.
Now here comes the big finale for tonight's show. The students put everything together they learned in class and started working on their very first full concert piece. The big challenge was to go from everyone playing the same thing at the same time to different instruments playing different notes and rhythms at the same time.
Our final piece of the night for the beginning band is pretty much a recognizable piece that many of you have heard before, and many of you might even know the composer. Before we hear that final piece of the night, we have one of our band students wanting to come up and speak to you about a special composer and the piece you're about to hear.
Beethoven was born December 16, 1770 in Germany, and died March 26, 1827 in Austria. He began to go deaf around 1800s and was totally deaf by 1820. His last words were, "I shall hear no more." This was Beethoven's last piece that he wrote when he was deaf.
a beautiful day we have, guys. At this time, the Sirmeyer will have our verse for this evening.
So we're going to feature a couple small ensembles today. We're going to start with a trio, the three J's, I like to call them. So we have Jose, Jean, and Jacob. And they're going to be doing Auld Lang Syne. You guys know that's the famous New Year's piece that some of us are going to be singing in a couple weeks. Jacob's actually mainly a tuba player and plays trombone as well. And in Swan Ensemble, he's also playing trumpet. He's doing 3 instruments for Swan Ensemble, so it's very impressive. So we're going to move on to Solar Bells. have 2 more duets until we do our full concert, our final piece, excuse me. And we are going to start with Angels We Have Heard on High with Connor and Drake. Final duet being Ayana and Kenny. Ayana's got to grab the trumpet. She's one of those multi-instrument people, so she plays horn and symphonic and trumpet and jazz. Before we do our final piece, once again, I thank you guys for coming out tonight. I do ask if you could let your students help for a few minutes, just helping with the chairs and stands before they leave, because the high school actually set up everything for us when we got here, so we want to make sure that we pay it back and put everything up for them. So I just have to say one more time, thank you to Lake Powell High School and Mr. Eslava for letting us have this beautiful facility. Thank you so much. If you notice in your program on the very back with the kids' names, there's something special I want to point out to you guys. Last year, every year our students audition for an honor band called All County. It's for basically, if you guys know anything about an all-star team where they take the best players of sport and put them on a team, it's kind of the same thing. They pick the best players, our best musicians from the schools, and put them into one massive honor band. The kids do have to audition. It is very hard to get in, especially in Seminole County. It's a very talented county. Last year we only had 1 kid make it. This year we had 4, and I want those students to be recognized. So Luka Monovich, please stand up. Raz could not be here tonight, but he also made it. So, we're going to end with a piece the students love called Polar Express. I'm sure some of you are familiar with this soundtrack. It's very, very good. And I hope you guys have a wonderful evening and happy holidays at the end. Thank you.